Hello, this is Ryan Ebert doing video blog chapters 7, 8, and 9. Alright, let's get into it, I guess. What are four types of hospitality managed services operations that you have personally experienced? Airlines, elementary and secondary schools, college and universities, and then healthcare facilities are four that I know that I have personally experienced within, that I can remember everything. Were these experiences good or poor? I don't remember ever having an issue with any. Like, obviously, airlines are just really busy and can be kind of hectic, and that's kind of annoying. But like, it is what I mean. You know what you're signed up for when you go to an airport or airline or something like that. Elementary and secondary schools, I never had any type of issue with like the hospitality and like the food and stuff like that. Like, I never had an issue with just how the food was. College universities, I went to two different college universities, NGU and then Lander, and so like neither one of them, I mean, both of them had a lot of options, a lot of food options, a lot of things, different things that you could do if you wanted to, different, just different stuff. There's a lot of options there, so you could always find something you wanted. And then healthcare facilities, I mean, obviously food is not at all what brings people to hospitals, like, I mean, so like, especially the food that they make there, like the cafeteria food or whatever, like the hospital that's provided to, like, if you're a patient or anything, obviously they're not there to, that's not their thing, and so like it's not good. It's edible, you can eat it, and like it's okay, but it's not, you're never going to be like, wow, that was awesome. I feel like, I mean, maybe not. Maybe depending on what it is. But, and then why do you feel this way? I mean, two and three kind of go together. Like I said, overall, I think they were all really good. I didn't have any major issues with anything that I can remember, like in my lifetime, when it comes to airlines, elementary and secondary schools, college, universities, healthcare facilities. But yeah, I mean, they all, every one of them can have small, everything can do a little bit better, you know. But like, I understand for like cost, and they're trying to be efficient and effective, like that's not, they're not there for like for food. Those four things aren't there like specifically like we make the best food. They're not advertising that. So, do you think things that could be done differently to enhance the experience? Yes, I mean, same thing I just said. Overall, there's always small things. I mean, just the overall quality of the food, like how seasoned it is, how well made, is it frozen, is it fresh, small things like that. Like, it's most of them are probably frozen meals at these places, I'd imagine, like, oh, and just like they're mass produced for, a bunch of people type of things. Uh, and so, I mean, maybe at like a hospital or at a place that's on my screen, a hospital or even an airline, maybe they could do like options, like if you have the money you can pay for like a nicer meal, maybe like if you had the resources to do that, you could like actually like almost pay for something like the same thing but like it's an enhanced version of it. Like, I mean, I don't know, just a thought. uh, And then what would you suggest? I mean, four and five go together. I should have read five when I read four. So yeah, like just I mean, an enhancement maybe in the food, like, and just a small enhancement. I mean, the service is always. I've never had a problem with any service at these places. Like, airlines are always on top of it. Elementary and secondary schools. I mean, that's not really. Same with like college, university. It's more on you. It's not really on the people there to serve you. Like, they don't really serve there. It's more of just they just make the food. You just go get it. Healthcare is really good at being on top of things, like if you're at a hospital or anything. All right. Use examples from your personal experience to highlight differences. Consider that you have money to travel. What destinations would you like to visit? I would love to visit the pyramids, and like the Israel, Jerusalem area, and then like area like Rome in general, just different, uh, Colosseum and all that. Like, the Colosseum is the main one that I really would love to see, but pretty much all of Rome for the most part. Let's see. Why are these destinations attractive? I'm a big history guy. I was a history major before I dropped out the first time, and I loved history. But and I do love history. History is the only school subject in school that I've ever like really, really, really enjoyed. Like I don't dislike school, but history, I just love learning about history and stuff. And so these are all historical places. The pyramids, Israel, Jerusalem area, and then Rome. They're all very historical. What would you do while you were there? I mean, just take in as much information, learn as much as I could, try to just learn the history, see. I just want to see it with my own eyes, type of thing. Where like like because the pyramid, especially the pyramids are probably my number one. Where like I'm so enthralled by how they were made and when they were made and how did they even make them? Like what are we and I just want to. I've heard that when you're there, the scale of them is so much bigger than you can imagine. You're just like, oh my gosh, look at this pyramid. So that'd be awesome, just to take in information and everything like that. Would travel impact your view of cultures that are different from your own? How? Yes, and I've experienced that. Whenever me and my wife went on my honeymoon, we did a 2-week cruise that went through like southern Italy, France, Greece, kind of like just the Mediterranean, type of thing. And so, I mean, I know I saw a lot of different culturally different things on that trip, and so I know firsthand how travel to like, especially to like across the world like that, changes you, like your view of other cultures, like how people do things, how they eat, how they respond to you, like how they, stuff like that. Like if you were to say something to a random person on the street in South Carolina compared to in Italy, like, I mean, it's going to be different. Like, that's just the way that people were raised different. There's just different cultures entirely. So I think that'll conclude it for this week. This is Video Blog Chapter 7, 8, and 9.